Hello and welcome to your yoga practice. For today's class, we are focusing on the book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Today's class is love language number 2, quality time. Place your right hand on your heart, left hand on your upper belly. Gentle breath inhale and gentle breath exhale. Breathing in deeply, expand, and soften. Breathing in and expand, exhaling and soften. Quality time with yourself as we move through our yoga practice today. Bring your toes together, arms to your sides, and lift your arms up. Breathe in. Connect your palms, bring it to your heart. Bring your chin to your throat. And inhale again, arms lift up. Take a breath in, palms together. And exhale it out, chin to your throat, palms in front of your heart. Continue moving 6 more times here. Allowing your breath to guide you. Your arms expressing the breath in. Your palms connecting in front of you. When you exhale, expressing the release. And as you move through today, every yoga pose is a quality time and a reconnection to yourself. Tuning in and tuning out. Lift your arms up over your head. Reach your arms. Palms together, forward fold, bow your head. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. You can bend your knees. Forward fold. 2 more times. Lengthen and bow your head. Lengthen, breathe in and bow. Right foot back, left foot back, and downward facing dog. Ground your hands on your yoga blocks or the floor and lift your heels, spread your 10 toes and move your heels down and keep moving up to a high plank position. Shoulders on top of your wrists, heels on top of your toes. A quality time with high plank position. And downward facing dog. Sit bones, lift up. Lift your right leg, flex and point your toes. Find that rhythm and right foot steps forward. Left knee touch the ground. Inhale, chin up, look up. And this time rocking back when you exhale. Chin up, look up, find that breath, and bow your head. So all together here, you're rocking forward and back 8 times. So you're creating a sense of rhythm and pace. And that when you rock back, you can slightly bend your right knee. Breathe in through the nose and exhaling here. Connecting to the back of your right leg. And also connecting to the left side of your body whenever you inhale. Right leg up, 3-legged down dog. Point the toes up, ground your hands, and right foot steps forward again. Left hand down to the floor and reach the right arm up. You can stay here or exhale, bring your right arm down, and inhale, bring your right arm up. Now keep moving in this direction 8 times today. And remember, whenever you're moving and twisting the mid-back, become aware of your left shoulder, left wrist, and left hand connection. Be mindful of that. As soon as you finish your 8th version of the pose, move to a high plank position. Knees on the floor and come down to the mat. Bring your toes together, inner thighs to touch, baby cobra, lift your chest. Exhale to tabletop and downward facing dog. Sit bones lift up, ground your hands, chest opens to the back. Lift your left leg up, point the left toes, flex your left foot. Find your right leg and bring your left foot forward. Right knee down. Chin up, look up, and rock back. Exhale, rock forward and rock back. So 8 times here of moving forward and rocking back. Taking your time with this pose, quality time of breath in and breath out. Just noticing where you are today with your left hamstrings, as well as the right side of your body. 3-legged down dog for balance. Point your left toes or flex your left foot. Listen to your body. Left foot steps forward, right knee lifted up, right hand down. Lift the left arm up. You can stay here. Or when you exhale, reach your left arm down. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Again, 8 times. You're supported with your right shoulder to your right wrist, right hand on the yoga mat or elevated with a yoga block. So listen to your body here. You're creating a rhythm and pace for your mid-back. After your 8th version, high plank, toes back, knees down and come down to the floor. Toes together, baby cobra, strong spine. Tabletop to downward dog. Sit bones lift up, ground your palms, open the chest to your legs. Right foot forward and left foot forward. Lengthen the spine forward and bow your head when you exhale. Place a yoga block in between your inner thighs and moving to powerful pose. Arms reach up. Hug your prop and place your left hand on your right outer thigh, right hand on your low back or right hip, and twist from your mid-back here. Continue to hug your prop, twist from the mid-back and look to the right. Come back to center, right hand, left leg, left hand, low back, and look to your left. Mid-back twists. Breathe in through the nose and exhale here. Continue to press your feet firm to the floor. Prayers twist version, arms forward here, breathe in. Continue to take a seat, arms reach up, and stand tall. Lift your gaze up. Ground your feet, hug your prop, hands on your hips. Bend the knees to a forward fold and exhale. Bow your head. Release your yoga prop, place it down, and then halfway lift. Exhale to a fold, left foot back, right foot back, downward facing dog. And lift your right leg up. Take a breath here. Find your hands. Connect your hands to 3-legged down dog. And right foot steps forward in between your hands. Arms lift up over your head. Palms face each other here. Ground your right foot, hands on the back of your head, elbows to the sides in a gentle back bend. Ground your right foot, wake up your left toes. Breathe, upper belly soft, diaphragm muscles are waking up here. Breathe in and breathe out. Arms lift up. Ground it down. And exhale, chin to your throat. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, chin to throat. Bend your left knee. Go ahead 8 times in total here with your arms connected, web the fingers, becoming aware of your left knee as it bends down and hover. Noticing the movement of this pose. Bending the left knee and reaching your arms up. After your 8th version, hands down in downward facing dog. Check in with yourself. Feel the difference in the body between the right and the left side. Lift the left leg up. Flex your left toes. Ground your hands in 3-legged down dog. And as soon as you exhale, bring your left foot forward in between your hands. Connect your left foot on the floor, arms lift up, right heel on top of the toes for crescent lunge version. Web your fingers and place it on the back of your head. Elbows point to the sides. A gentle back bend while grounding your left foot down, left knee on top of your left heel. Right hip forward, left foot grounds, right heel on top of the toes. Inhale, arms up. Web your fingers. And exhale, arms forward. And this time reach up, and this time the other way. 8 times in total. Chin can move down to your throat when you exhale. Notice the difference. The first pose we did, our palms are lifted up, and this time our palms are facing down to ourselves, or palms face down the back of the head. So become aware of the positioning of your arms as you bend the right knee here. After your 8th version, hands down to a downward facing dog. Ground the palms, open the chest to your knees. Shoulders away from the ears, downward facing dog, high plank position. High plank for 8, high plank 7, 6, 5, 4. Bring strength to your upper arms. 3, 2, and for 1, come down to the floor or lower plank. Toes together, baby cobra. Breathe in and downward dog or tabletop to down dog. Ground the palms, sit bones lift up, and exhale, open the chest to your thighs. Grounding it down, lifting the right leg up again, this time warrior 2. Pivot the left toes, left arm back, right arm forward. Ground in warrior 2 pose. Make peace to that. Place the right hand on the back of the head. And you can place the back of your left hand on your low back, or you can always place your left hand on your hip. Feel this pose. Bend the right knee. Spin your left inner thigh inwardly and press your left foot down. Reach your right arm forward. Stay connected here. Breathe in and breathe out. Still focusing on this time. Straighten the right leg. Reach forward, triangle pose. Right hand can connect to your ankle or shin. You can begin to look up. Lengthen the spine forward. And your hand can always rest on your hip. So notice the intelligence of your left shoulder. You'll know if you need to pause and take your time. Back to warrior 2 arms. Breathe in and out here, grounding your heels and toes. And straighten the right leg. Hands on your waist, pivot the right toes forward to the left and the other side. Pivot the left toes to warrior 2 legs. Ground your left foot, left knee on top of your left heel. And peaceful warrior version. Left hand on the back of your head or the back of your right hand on your low back. Breathe in and out. Notice the left hip, left shoulder connection. Come back to warrior 2 arms, Or you can always rest the right hand on the back and reach your left arm to triangle pose. Straighten your leg, left side, and begin to look up. Mid back has this gentle twist while you straighten the legs and lengthen the hamstrings. Breathe in, and as soon as you exhale, come back up to warrior two arms. Maintain this connection with your feet and your focus. Love language to yourself. Pivot the toes to wide-legged forward fold. Exhale and bow your head. You can place your hands down to the floor. You can place your hands on the sides of your mat. You can ground your feet, slight bend around the knees. And you can even go further to this wide-legged forward fold and hold your ankles or your shins, being mindful of your low back and hamstrings. Pivot the toes forward. Ground your hands and left knee on the floor. You can place your left hand center. You can place your right hand on your inner thigh. You can move your right knee to the side and open the right hip by lifting your right big toe off the floor. You can always place your left hand down or elbow and forearm left side on the floor. Rocking back to your half split, lifting the right toes, bowing down to center. Deepening the pose this time. Breathing in for your back and exhaling, soften. Half split, rock forward, and you're back to a three-legged down dog. Lift the right leg up, breathe it in. And this time you can bend your right knee and right hip can stack up on top of the left hip. Maintain your hands connecting down to the floor. You can even wake up the right toes while you're waking up the left toes. Three-legged down dog and right toes down. Lift the left leg up, breathe it in. And left foot in between your hands. Right knee down to the floor, right hand to center. You can begin to open the hip by lifting your left big toe off the floor and left hand on your inner thigh. And feel this pose, quality time with your hip and back. Rocking back to half split, bowing it down to yourself, creating space and length around the back of your left leg. Breathing in through the nose and rocking back forward, hands down. Curl the right toes, three-legged down dog. Lift the left leg up, flex the left toes. For balance, bend the left knee. And you can even stack up the left hip on top of the right hip. Continue to flex your toes and wake up the spaces in between. Three-legged down dog to left toes on the mat. High plank again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale it down. Low plank or all the way down. Up dog, open the chest, chin up, look up. Exhale to a downward dog. When you're ready, sit bones up and draw your belly button in. And begin to move your right foot forward, left foot forward. Halfway lift, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Bow your head. This time you can place your left hand on your left calf muscle, right hand on your right calf muscle. Fingertips are pointing down. Bend the knees. Connect your belly and chest on your thighs. You can also grab a hold of your elbows. Continue to bend the knees. You can notice what's happening with your legs and low back connection here. Listen to your body. Release your arms and roll up vertebra by vertebra by vertebra by vertebra by vertebra here. Standing tall in mountain pose, shoulders up and draw them down and back. Breathe in and out, mountain pose. Hands on your waist, right toes point back, toppling tree. Lifting the right leg, balancing pose. Arms reach back for 8. Ground your left foot for 7. Breathe for 6. Breathe for 5, 4. Point the right toes 3, 2, and 1. Hands on your waist. Bring the right knee forward or arms lift up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Kick, dancer's pose, your pace, 8, 7, 6, back bend 5, breathe in 4, 3, 2, and let it go. Toes down and left arm down. Other side, shifting your weight, hands on your waist, right foot, press down, left toes back. And you can even lengthen the tailbone ever so slightly to tap into the core. And then begin to lift for 8. Arms fly back 7. Belly draws in 6. You can even flex the left toes 5, 4. Open up the arms, reach back 3, 2. And begin to lift your arms up. Bend that left knee in front of you. 8, 7, 6, 5. Relax the shoulders. 4. Ground the right foot. 3, 2. And kick, dancer's pose. Your own pace and time for 8, 7, 6, 5. Back bend 4. Balancing 3. Breathing in 2. And exhaling for 1. Release your right arm and left arm. Find your balance and feet. Mountain pose. Stand tall in tree pose. Right toes on the floor, right foot on your calf muscle. Or you can place it on your inner thigh. Palms in front of your heart. Grounding it down and opening your right hip. You can lift your arms, tree pose. You're here. Quality time with yourself, breathing in and breathing out. Your time to reconnect with yourself. Arms to your side, knee forward, and right foot centers. Shift your weight, right side, left toes on the floor, calf muscle, or inner thigh, palms in front of your heart. And as you find your tree pose, you can find your expression. Your arms can lift. You can stay where you are. Noticing how you're feeling while you're balancing. Taking this time for yourself to notice how your body is feeling. Knee forward and toes down. Arms to your sides. Mountain pose. Right hand on your heart, left hand on your upper belly, and check in. Breathe in and expand. Balance it out with your feet down to the floor. And exhale. Breathing in and expand. And let go. Arms lift up over your head. Take that breath with a gentle back bend perhaps. Forward fold, bow your head. Exhale. halfway lift. And this time, take a seat. Take a seat, rest your back on the floor, and lie down completely down to the mat. Grounding it down, finding your legs. This time, lift your feet up and begin to move your right toes down and up. So here you are connecting to your lower belly 8 times in total for the right side, tapping it down, your left hand on your left thigh and right hand on your belly. And making sure that the right knee is on top of your right hip. The other side, left hand on your belly, right hand on your right thigh. And point the toes down and flex your foot. You're thinking about your low belly here, drawing the belly in when you exhale. And now hands on your quads, and press your hands on your quads, and you're simultaneously bringing your knees towards you. But your knees are lined up to your hips while this is happening. Your knees are hip width apart, connecting to your belly, your core, right here, drawing it in. It's simple. It's a quality time with yourself. Arms reach up and rest your hands. Lifting to bridge, fingertips reaching up, elbows and upper arms close to your body. Ground your feet, knees on top of your heels. Lift your hips up. Stay connected here. Breathe in and breathe out. You can always ground your feet firm to the floor. Your feet are hip width apart. Breathe in, lift your hips up. And this time, lift your heels off the floor. Spread your 10 toes wide open. Check in with yourself if you need to bring your toes a little bit closer to you. Lengthen the tailbone to the back of the knees. Engage your glutes. But your belly is lifting up and down. Let go when you exhale, vertebra by vertebra. Feet mat width apart, knees together. And rest your hands on your lower belly. Inhale here, belly rise on your hands, and exhale. Noticing how you're feeling right now. Bring your left knee to the side and bring the right knee inwardly down to the floor. And you can move your neck and look to the left with your eyes closed. A gentle internal rotation with the right hip and externally opening the left hip. Other side. Left knee moves inwardly and right knee moves outwardly to the right. And your right hand can rest on the belly and left arm can be in a cactus arm position. And you can look to the right. A gentle twist for your mid-back and hip mobility as well for your left side. And right side, just noticing the opposites. Come back to center. Place your feet flat on the floor, hands on your belly still. Roll to one side, come up. Grab a hold of your yoga block and place it one right at the center. Vertically place the yoga block center for your mid-back. And grab another yoga block and placing that on the back of your head. So rest your mid-back on the yoga block. And just making sure that it's specifically on your mid-back as opposed to low back. And place the yoga block comfortably on the back of your head as opposed to your neck. Notice here that your sit bones are on the floor to start, and you can place your feet flat mat width apart with your knees together to start. And as soon as you notice the points of contact from your mid-back to the yoga block, the back of your head to the yoga block, and once you feel comfortable, you can move to butterfly, soles of your feet to touch, knees to the sides. And allow gravity to rest on your sternum, or allow gravity to rest on your chest. And when you exhale, you let go and rest your mid-back and the back of your head on the yoga blocks. Belly rise and fall right here. And the positioning of your yoga blocks matter. So if you need to move it a little bit, positioning wise, if you're elevated too high, you can always adjust. And as soon as you feel more comfortable, you can extend your legs to a Shavasana pose with supported yoga blocks. When you're elevated like this in the most restorative position, the quality time and the love that you're giving to your mid-back muscles, as well as the back of your head, these are points in the body that gets a lot of tension. And so you're giving yourself this time to connect to those places. Place your hands on the back of your head, elbows point up, feet flat on the floor. Begin to come up, take your time. Moving the blocks away, but this time, using one block, lift your hips up and place the block around your sacrum. Your sacrum is the triangular part below your low back. So make sure that the yoga block is on your sacrum, not your low back. Legs up and arms up. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow your sacrum to connect to the yoga block. Rest your hands on your belly. Imagine gravity resting on the bottoms of your feet. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. It's a restorative pose for your legs. Restorative pose for your mind. You can always stay here or bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. You can stay here for a couple more breaths in and out. Allow the sacrum to connect to the yoga block. Or when you're ready, you can extend your legs to a supported Shavasana. Right leg and left leg extends. Only if the low back allows you to. Listen to your body. If there's any pinching around the back, drag your feet back on the floor, feet flat on the floor. Your feet flat on the ground supports your back. Breathe in and breathe out here in the most restorative way. Connect to your breath. This quality time with yourself. Love language number 2. Place your right foot down, left foot down. Release the yoga block and place it down to the side. Or you can always place one around the back of the knee and another one around the back of the right knee. Here, final pose, supported Shavasana. By quality time, I mean giving your undivided attention. Time is a precious commodity. We all have multiple demands on our time. Yet each of us has the exact same hours in a day. We can make the most of those hours by committing some of them to ourselves. From the book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Peace in and peace out. Namaste.